Hey everyone, it's Kate and Jackson and Warren and Patrick. We've got the whole crew. Do you guys want to say hi?
Snow comments.
Our neighbors just got out a snow machine. You know, we're in the south here, so we don't really get snow. So the boys just ran in and had to tell me all about it. We're going to start our webinar. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Can you say goodbye to everybody?
Goodbye, everybody.
Okay, so hey, we're so excited that you're here. Tonight, we are going to be talking about our holiday survival. We're going to come up with a plan all together to get us through these next, what do we have, like 3 weeks until Christmas? I mean, it's coming, ready or not, right? So I'm so excited that you're here. I want to thank you for being here and taking time out of this busy holiday season to dedicate to your growth and to learning more about how you can do fitness better. So I told you tonight's going to be our holiday survival guide. I'll go ahead and let everybody come on in. I'll tell you a little bit about myself for those of you who are new. Hey, Mary. So it's Mary's first webinar. So excited that you're here. Yes, Elizabeth, you haven't been on in a while. So I'll introduce myself to those of you who are new, but the majority of you on, you guys know the drill. Use the chat box to talk with your fellow Beyond Fit Life sisters, as well as to post any questions that you have for me. I am going to save lots of time at the end here for some Q&A. Patrick is going to be on daddy duty. It's nice and quiet in the office. I have my little Christmas tree in the office, so it just feels like Christmassy, and I'm excited, and I just can't wait to chat with you all. So if you are excited, type woohoo in the chat so I know you're here and that you're ready. I am so excited to support you and to help you do fitness better, specifically right now through the holidays. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Kate, and you can read a little bit about me up here on the screen. This is Jackson and Warren, my two babies that I had in 2 years. Hey, Christy. I gained 40 pounds with both pregnancies, and they were big. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Tiffany. They were big boys. So I know what it's like to have your body stretch and to try and get it back. And we'll talk all about that at another time. But I know also what it's like as a mom, especially in the holiday season for things. Hey, Jasmine, I'm so excited you're here. I know what it's like in the holiday season for things to just be nuts. I mean, these two little boys are running around like crazy. We are on like nap strikes at least a couple times a week. Our schedule's busy. They're, hyped up on their Christmas excitement. And so it's just nuts. And that's why I created tonight's webinar. That's why I created Beyond Fit Life as a whole, because I feel like the fitness industry is missing support and education. It's missing really the message of doing fitness better. For me, really feeling joyful is what this season is all about. And that includes the joy, honestly, that comes from finally figuring out how to make the fat loss lifestyle work for you, even during the hustle and the bustle and the stress of the holidays. So this was a picture when my brother and sister were down. We love to get a workout in together. And I'll tell you more about the workouts. You guys know, if you're Beyond Fit Life members, the Abs Like Christmas, they are killer. Like, is anybody's shoulders burning from this week's workouts? Oh my goodness. I'm like, why did I write such a hard, brutal workout? Like, I'm the one who created this. Why didn't I make it easy? But really, the topic that we're going to talk about tonight, this kind of holiday survival, it's important because instead of letting the holidays take over our schedules and take over our waistbands, like, hello, feasting season, we're making a change this holiday season, and we are taking a different approach together. So right now, all of us, all of our Beyond Fit Life sisters, we are standing together to do fitness better, even through the holidays. Now, last month, we started our Abs by Christmas challenge. And honestly, you guys, it has been so much fun to hear how our Beyond Fit sisters are being challenged and tightened and toned and motivated. It is just so cool to see all of your progress already. Like seriously, bring out your skinny jeans, bring out your small plaid flannel pajamas. I loved that post. But we're seriously the sisterhood of the shrinking pants. No Santa's bowl full of jelly here. And we're going to keep going strong. So you guys in? Tiffany's like spaghetti shoulders. Yeah. If you're in, type I'm in and let me know. You're not going to stop now. We're going to finish strong from now to Christmas. We're in it. Okay. So tonight specifically, we're going to talk about 4 fat loss mistakes that Santa makes and what you can do to avoid them. I'm also going to share some easy to implement tips and tricks for staying on track with your goals when you go to holiday parties or you have to travel. I was just emailing Christy, I guess it was yesterday or today. Oh gosh, Christy, the days are coming together, but I was trying to look at my planner to tell her, like, here's when I'm going to be gone. Here's where we're going to be going. I'm like, oh my gosh, we are going to be gone for like 2 weeks traveling over Christmas. We're going to Nashville and we have family in Ohio and Indiana. And it's just crazy. So if you're like me and the holidays involve lots of travel, I'm going to share some tips to help you stay on track with that as well. And then, of course, quick and effective workouts to fit into your holiday schedule. So you're in the right place if you would like to stay healthy, happy, and balanced this holiday season. Yeah, Mary's representing. Awesome. Okay, so many of you may not know this. So I thought I'd share maybe just a little bit about why I created the Abs by Christmas program. This is like our fifth, this is our 5th annual Abs by Christmas. That's a lot of years. So I'll tell you kind of why I created this Abs by Christmas specifically. I learned how to eat and train in a way that balanced my metabolic hormones when Patrick was deployed. And here's my husband, Patrick. This was a Christmas picture from last year because when I was working on these slides, we hadn't seen Santa. We went this past weekend, which was really fun, but I digress. I learned how to train and to eat in a way that balances my metabolic hormones when Patrick was deployed. So by the time I had the boys, really I had come to a good spot where maintaining my fitness and my fat loss goals had become almost effortless. And it's still that way for me, even during the holidays. And for those of you who have been part of Beyond Fit Life for a little while and you're kind of a veteran, it really maintaining your fitness and fat loss goals, doing fitness better when you do it better, it doesn't have to suck up your holiday time. Like you can do both, but it wasn't always that way for me. And so this was actually before I had either of the boys. So I hadn't even been pregnant yet in this picture. This was when Patrick was deployed and I was really, really frustrated. I was following all the rules. I had tried just about every diet and workout plan ever written. I have a degree in exercise physiology, so I knew the science behind the fat loss. I knew the science, but I was frustrated because no matter how hard I tried, I just couldn't seem to get that tight toned and lean look that I wanted. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like, you know, you're good, but you just want to get to that next level. And it was really exhausting. I felt like I was continually spinning my wheels. I was super frustrated. Frustration in the gym was dragging me down just in every area. And especially during the holidays when I should have been enjoying time with family and friends, I was constantly trying to figure out how I could get to the gym. I was bouncing from crash diet to crash diet, and I was either 100% on my plan. Now, I want you to listen and tell me if you've ever been here. Please tell me I'm not the only one. I don't think I am. I was like 100% on my plan, okay? So that would be Christmas. I wouldn't even have a bite of my grandma's famous mashed potatoes. I wouldn't even have a nibble of a Christmas cookie, like not even a nibble, okay? Or I completely fell off the wagon. And that's when I was eating cookies, cakes, pies, anything else I could get my hands on. My sister, and she's since passed the recipe to me, has a fantastic recipe for not healthy cinnamon rolls. And like one would be great, but if I was off, the wagon, I'd have like 6, right? So I was making myself feel almost sick. And it was terrible. The holidays played heck with my fat loss goals and with my sanity. Hey, Sylvia, I'm glad you made it. So glad you're here. So I reached a turning point, and I've told you guys this before. Those of you who are Beyond Fit Life Sisters, you know that I just had I reached a boiling point with this type of lifestyle and this like 100% on, completely off the wagon, spinning my wheels, super frustrated stuff. And I was like, you know what? No, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm going to get in the best shape of my life. I'm going to figure out how, and I'm going to make fitness part of my life, but not make it my whole life. And that's when I began looking into the role that hormones played in fat loss. And when I did this is when things started to change. I was honestly completely unaware of some of the really big female fat loss mistakes that were making their way into my current routine. And we're going to talk about those tonight while we give Santa a little lesson on fat loss. But I was making a bunch of mistakes that I didn't even realize were kind of keeping me from getting results. So I actually ended up decreasing the amount of time that I spent working out. I focused more on the right types of workouts, which are what we do in Beyond Fit Life today. And I actually added some calories back into my diet. So that helped balance things out. I wasn't like 100% on track or off the wagon. I could kind of live in a place of balance, which you guys know is very important. I ended up eating more to weigh less. And most importantly, I just worked on balancing my fat fighting hormones by every means possible. And when I did that, I saw a change in my physique almost instantly. I mean, it felt like the fat was almost just melting off. And what the cool thing is that it was a lifestyle, and it is a lifestyle that's sustainable, even through the hustle and the bustle of the holidays. So no matter what you have going on this holiday season, this is a lifestyle that you can sustain through that. And that is why I'm so passionate about sharing this workshop and this information and everything we have in the Beyond Fit Life Club with you. So you can learn how to do fitness better. That's our hashtag. And live a healthy, happy, and balanced life. That's another Beyond Fit motto in this holiday season, okay? So what we're going to cover, which I've told you already, is up on the screen. Sit down, get comfortable, get relaxed, and make a fat loss friendly hot cocoa if you feel like it, right? Take some time to just get comfy and get a pen and paper if you want to take some notes. And then this is what we're going to cover. So most of you on are sisters that I know have at least been part of Beyond Fit Life long enough to get what I'm talking about doing fitness better and a lifestyle that's maintainable through the holidays. If you're not, if you're completely new to Beyond Fit and you have no idea what we're talking about, and you're like, what? Stay tuned to the end. I am going to share everything that I can with you in our time together. But there's still so much more to learn on this topic of doing fitness better, and so much more that goes into just kind of balancing it all through the holidays. So I promise, if we're talking about Beyond Fit Life and you have no idea, like what, I promise I'll show you a way you can get more support, okay? So stay tuned to the end for that. And let's address Mr. Claus. So you guys know we are Christmasing so hard. Like, I love Christmas. So I had to throw Santa in here, and he's coming to town, right? When he comes, I would like to have a chat with him. This was the boys' picture with Santa last year. And this year they did a little bit better. So I'll have to share that with you. I think we got a good one I have on my phone somewhere. I don't want to talk to Santa about presents or my status on the naughty or nice list, right? But rather, I want to give him some fat loss tips. And this also applies to all of you listening as well. And I'm preaching to the choir. I'm preaching to myself too. I'm concerned about Santa's health this holiday season. And maybe you can relate to this, because amidst the hustle and the bustle of the season, it seems that Santa has forgotten some of the basic fundamentals of proper health, fitness, and fat loss, of what it means to do fitness better. And I have a feeling that a few of us on the call are probably guilty of making the same mistakes that Santa makes. So we're going to go over the top 4 that I see that are most common with us. And then we'll kind of relate that around Santa, because none of us want to be put on the hot seat. So we'll pass that on. So I'm going to share these fat loss fixes that you can implement this holiday season, some really super basic things that will help you on your quest to getting those abs by Christmas, okay? So the first mistake is not enough sleep. Now, I confess, I told you Warren's on a nap strike, and he's also been getting up super early in the morning, like 5:15 he's awake. And I'm like, oh my goodness, boy. Even on the weekends, like we just can't catch a break with sleep. And those of you who are moms of little ones, I'm sure you can relate. Santa may know when you're sleeping, and I hope that it's at least maybe 7 or 8 hours a night. But if you're like me, and Santa, and probably many of other women on the call, holiday schedules sometimes don't leave much room for sleep. From the late hours of holiday prep, right, to the midnight Christmas deliveries, Santa's lacking in the sleep department. I know that this is an area that I struggle as well. But for optimal health, fitness, and fat loss, this is a big problem. Sleep is like a hormonal reset for our body. So Santa and you and I, we all need to prioritize sleep. So you absolutely have to make rest and recovery part of your fitness plan. Now I'm talking about sleep in terms of like actually going to bed, but I'm also talking about rest and recovery as well. So your body needs time to rest. Your body needs time to recover. Individuals who are stressed, Santa has a lot of pressure on him, right, to be responsible for like all of the presents worldwide. I know I'm feeling like a lot of pressure in these next few weeks to like get my family on track for Christmas, right? And maybe you can relate. So people who are stressed often have sleep issues. And when you have sleep issues, this disrupts the production of the hormone leptin. Now, leptin is a hormone that regulates your appetite and causes your body to feel full, okay? So when leptin is disrupted, your appetite isn't being regulated and your body isn't being told that it's actually full. So this actually causes you to crave fatty, sugary treats, and it causes you to eat more than what your body actually needs. So have you guys ever noticed that? When you're stressed or when you're tired, you crave like fat or sugar, or you just eat more than normal, like even when you're not hungry, but just because you're stressed? Yeah, so it happens. So this is a problem. You need sleep, and you need to prioritize rest and recovery so that your body can balance those stress hormones and can kind of give you that hormonal reset. So I suggest setting a daily bedtime and keeping it. That's one thing that I did at the beginning of December. I started setting an alarm on my phone for my bedtime because I have so much to do and I like to check stuff off my list. So I would stay up super late just to be getting stuff done, and that's not good. So I want to get my stuff done, but I also want to prioritize rest and recovery and sleep. So I set a bedtime alarm on my phone, and when that alarm goes off, I finish up what I'm doing, even though I have more probably on my list, and I start the bedtime routine. So definitely focus on sleep. Another thing that's really important is to focus on the rest and the recovery. I know when people join Beyond Fit Life, we've had some new people join for Abs by Christmas, and I get emails all the time from people saying like, so this is it? Like am I missing something? Like this is it? I'm like, yeah, wait till you see it. And then they always write back and they're like, oh my goodness, I can't believe it. This worked. I'm like, hello, it's awesome, because they're expecting like hours and hours at the gym. They're expecting this like crazy book of things you have to complete each week. And that's not the best way to do it. And when they realize they can get more results in less time, it's like this light bulb goes off. So you want to trade your long duration moderate intensity workouts for short duration, high intensity resistance training. So those are our Abs by Christmas workouts for this month, okay? And then in addition to that, you want to add some slow, leisurely walking into your daily routine as much as possible. That's going to help offset the stress hormone cortisol. You want to limit your caffeine consumption, which I'm a big coffee drinker, but I do try to keep it into the morning hours. So limiting that and not having it too close to bed, that's going to help with the bedtime stuff. And then focusing on increasing magnesium intake can help with sleep and stress as well. Samantha had a question about oversleeping. I mean, you're really going to have to be making that a habit for me to think that there's anything bad about that. If you're oversleeping, you know, on the weekend, your body needs rest, you're catching up. I don't think that there would really be anything wrong with that. If you're constantly fatigued and you just can't get out of bed in the morning and you're low energy and that's kind of why you're oversleeping, then I would have you look into some adrenal issues, possibly adrenal fatigue. And we actually have a blog post on that. If you want that link, I can send that to you, but that would be what I would consider looking into if you have that issue. That's a great idea, Elizabeth. That's an awesome idea. Okay, so sleep, rest, and recovery. We're gonna all work on that for the next couple weeks through Christmas, okay? Are you in? You're good? Okay, so here's mistake number 2. Like, what is up with all the milk that Santa's drinking? He really needs to get on the water drinking, okay? So for optimal fat loss, let's ditch like the millions of glasses of milk and have Santa bring his water bottle instead. Santa's not the only one with the beverage issues though. I know that through the holidays, for me, I kind of have 2 beverage issues, and you can tell me if you relate. The first is simply not getting my water intake because I'm so busy and, you know, I just kind of crazy and I forget. And the second is, you know, when you're at holiday parties and that sort of thing, it might be a time that you're drinking more than what you normally would, whether that's wine and cocktails or eggnog or even, you know, juice or whatever. You might not be guilty of filling up on the milk like Santa, but if fat loss is your goal, you do need to watch those Christmas cocktails because they do add up quick. And all of the other sugary beverages, even like hot cocoa, is loaded with sugar that we can reach for during the holidays. So make some alternatives. We'll talk about some more. We can post about that and maybe create a thread in the Beyond Fit Life Club with some good ideas of some alternatives. But be careful what you're drinking for the next few weeks. And also make sure that you're drinking plenty of water. It's not just what we're cutting out, but it's also what we're putting in. And you want to put in water. Water plays a vital role in our body. It makes up close to 70% of our body and our organs. And so it's very important that you are keeping your body hydrated. Water actually shuttles nutrients throughout our body and it helps to rid your body of toxins. It helps assimilate the water-soluble vitamins that you're eating. It helps regulate our body temperature. It helps with digestion. It helps lubricate joints. It promotes healthy skin. I mean, I could go on and on and on. It plays a role, water plays a role in every chemical reaction in our cells. So you definitely want to make sure that you're drinking your water. At Beyond Fit, our goal is to drink half our body weight in ounces of water every day, okay? When your body doesn't get enough water, if you notice throughout the holidays that you feel more bloated than normal, can anybody relate to that? Yeah, so when you're feeling like you're more bloated, your body's holding on to water, a lot of times it's because it hasn't been getting enough water. So water retention is the result of being dehydrated. It's actually a simple survival mechanism. Your body has a tendency to hold on to and to store what it doesn't think it's going to get in the future. So once you start drinking more water, your body's going to recognize that it's getting what it needs, and then it's going to start letting go of the water weight that it's been holding. So it's really cool how this works. And the water weight you know, that's going to come off in your waist, in your face, in your ankles, wherever you're holding your water, you'll start to notice that bloating is sort of gone. So that's a really cool thing that happens when you drink enough water consistently. So for this holiday season, we're going to eliminate caloric beverages, those high calorie drinks, and we're going to drink half our body weight in ounces every day. Okay. So hydration, like we talked about, it's a major key for fat loss. When you're dehydrated, it's going to increase cortisol levels. It's going to lead to fatigue. That is not what we want throughout the holiday season. So type cheers in the comments if you are raising your glass or your water bottle to drinking your water from now to Christmas. You got it? Cheers, cheers, cheers. Okay. So here's mistake number 3. Oh, and that is too many cookies. Y'all, you know, I have a sweet tooth. Like my entire mouth is basically sweet teeth. So, yeah. So milk and cookies, milk and cookies, milk and cookies. That's like basically Santa's diet. When children wake up on Christmas morning, all evidence points to Santa as the culprit for eating the entire plate of cookies that they left out the night before, right? But we really know who's eating the cookies. And likely it's the mom with the sweet tooth. So studies show that lack of sleep, like we talked about, can cause hormonal responses that do actually make you crave sugary treats, okay? So it's not all our fault. There are things going on at a hormonal level that can cause cravings for sugar and cookies and fatty treats. So when you're tired or stressed, that's going to be more likely. But when it comes to optimal health and fitness and fat loss, milk and cookies, the fat and sugar combination, it is a hormonal fat storing bomb. And it's actually one of the worst things that Santa or you could be eating, okay? So you got to ditch the sugar through the holidays. Now, a bite here or there, moderation, you know, enjoying on a special event or with your family, I get that, and that's great. And I'm all for that balance, right? I'm not asking you to give up milk and cookies completely, but I am saying let's make a couple of fat loss friendly swaps to still satisfy your sweet tooth, but just maybe without all of the extra sugar and the fat storage. Does that sound good? Okay, so if you're a milk lover, unsweetened almond milk instead of cow's milk is a better idea for fat loss. You can try a no-calorie sweetener like stevia instead of sugar in some of your baking. Instead of inhaling who knows how many dozens of cookies on Christmas Eve, whatever, try a family-friendly, healthy Beyond Fit dessert instead of your favorite cookie and see how that goes. Or have a bite of your favorite cookie and leave it there, right? Have a bite, not a whole plate. Just really watch because the cookies do add up. And one thing that I notice with myself and with lots of the women that I coach is that when you start the sugar train, it's hard to rein it back in. So sugar is very addictive. And when you have lots of sugar, then it causes cravings for more sugar, and it's a really hard cycle to break. So enjoy a couple bites here or there, but be careful with the cookies and the sugar. If you're having lots of cravings, BCAAs and the fat loss friendly hot cocoa are two of my favorite ways to beat those cravings. So definitely get your BCAAs ready. Those are like my secret weapon for avoiding the cookies. And then the protein hot cocoa is really good too. Okay, so we're good on the cookies, right? So we've got water, we got sleep, rest, and recovery, and we've got our cookies, or lack thereof, our sugar watching. And here is number 4. And this mistake is not enough protein. So number 3 is like too much sugar, too many cookies. And this kind of goes along with that in terms of the holiday nutrition, and that's not enough protein. So sugar is not the only nutritional issue that Santa or me or you might have going on around Christmas time. Protein satisfies hunger. It balances cravings. It stabilizes blood sugar levels, and it's very beneficial for fat burning. So protein contains amino acids, which are crucial to our body's ability to build and to maintain muscle. And if you've been a Beyond Fit member for long, you know that increased muscle equals increased metabolic potential, okay? So we want to build that muscle because that keeps our metabolism like burning. It keeps our metabolism going. If you're low on protein, your body's not going to burn fat as efficiently. It's not going to build muscle, and it's likely going to store fat more easily. So we want to eat a lean source of protein at every meal. And I recommend eating that before all of the desserts. So getting a quality source of protein at every meal, it might sound really basic, but it's key to boosting your metabolism. And throughout the holidays, it's about the basics, right? It's about the fundamentals, going back to the foundation of it all and just focusing on, it doesn't have to be this big long list of rules and whatever, just the basics. Eat a quality source of protein at every meal. It's going to boost your metabolism. In addition to building lean muscle mass, eating protein releases the fat-burning hormone glucagon. And so you guys know I try not to get too hormonally geeky during these calls, but I will tell you that this hormone glucagon directly opposes the action of insulin. Insulin is a fat-storing hormone. So insulin is raised when you're eating lots of cookies and sugar. And glucagon helps oppose the action of insulin, and it also helps you to burn fat. So for many families, mine included, the holidays, it does mean lots of time in the kitchen. Or outside of the kitchen. You're either at home making a meal or you're traveling, right? So we'll talk about some road trip and restaurant ideas because I'm going to be gone quite a bit at the end of the month. So I was thinking, okay, what's my plan? And I'm going to share that with you. But let me see really quickly if anybody has any questions. Those are the 4 mistakes. So the mistakes are not eating enough protein, eating too many cookies or too much sugar, not drinking enough water, and not getting enough sleep. Do you guys have any questions on those? Okay, so Samantha's asking about the BCAAs. So they work at the level of the brain chemistry, and they actually impact some of the receptors in your brain that cause cravings. I can send you some links to some research studies that have been done on BCAAs and some of the benefits if you're interested. It's really, really cool how they work. And it's definitely something that I recommend. Yeah, Mary, don't you love it? It's so delicious. And Christy, Snickerdoodle protein cookies, yes. Oh, we're on the Snickerdoodle theme. Melissa's got her protein pancakes. Yes, it's so perfect. I mean, okay, I made the waffle this morning, the 1-carb waffle, and I make it like a lot because I'm like, how can this taste like a waffle? And regular waffles have like 30, 50, 60 grams of carbs, and this has like 1 carb. Like, seriously, pinch me. This is amazing. Okay, yes, Nerd Alert journals. Okay, awesome. So fellow nerds unite. Send me an email so I can send you those links because I'm going to get off the call and totally forget. But if you will send me an email, I will send you those, or post in the Facebook group. Post in the members group, and I'll post all the links there so everybody can read them if we have any other nerds. Yeah, I'm so happy that you got your first PE science. It's so delicious. You definitely have to make the waffles. Yeah. Okay, so where was I? All right, so for road trips and restaurants and travel, the holidays can pose a significant challenge when it comes to sticking to your healthy eating plan. But traveling does not have to be the death of your diet. You just have to be smart, and you have to have a plan in place, okay? So here are the 4 things that I'm going to focus on. These are kind of my guidelines, my rules to focus on while I'm traveling. Oh, Christy, you're the best. Thank you so much for posting that. Yeah, so Christy just posted the link on some info on the supplement. So that was awesome. Christy, you rock. Okay, so here are my 4 travel tips. First and foremost, avoid the blood sugar roller coaster. I always make sure that the meals and snacks that I choose are not going to send my blood sugar on a tailspin, okay? So what I'm focusing on is protein, fiber, and water-filled snacks. It's really super important to keep blood sugar stable and to balance your hunger, your energy, and cravings. So we call that your HEC, H-E-C, keep your HEC in check, so that you don't put yourself into a situation where you're just like starving and you're tempted to chow down on anything that you see, okay? So I know we've all probably been there. We talked about the cookies where one sugary treat leads to cravings for like 2 or 3 or maybe even 4. And at this point, when you're in this craving cycle, you no longer make educated decisions about your food choices, and you find yourself at the mercy of your stomach and of your raging hunger hormones. So I do not want to be there during my travels, and I don't want you to be there either. So blood sugar drops not only cause you to overeat, but they cause you to overeat the wrong foods. So focus on protein, fiber, and water. That's my tip number 2. And that's just remembering PFW. So if your travel plans allow, stop at more, if you can stop at more than a gas station and you stop at a restaurant, order PFW foods. So whether you're at a sit-down restaurant or just a quick drive-through, this is your time to fill up on protein, fiber, and water. And even at gas stations, we'll talk about gas stations in a minute, but I mean, some of the gas stations that we stop at, because we do long road trips to get to Nashville and then to Ohio, it's like, oh my gosh. And with the 2 boys in the car, you know, it's just crazy. But like some of the gas stations we stop at on the way, I'm like, wow, like this is decent. Like it's not too bad. So, but if you're at a restaurant, skip the bread or the bag of fries, load up on a salad and a variety of fibrous veggies and plenty of protein. So I'm looking for things like grilled chicken, steak, or fish. If I go to a drive-through, I get a grilled chicken sandwich and I just throw out the bun. Like just literally toss it out the window. And I look for veggies that are steamed or grilled or on a salad. Some places will even wrap your chicken instead of the bun in lettuce. I know that I've seen some fast food places do that, which I think it's really cool. So focus on the protein, focus on the fiber, get that salad. Yeah, that's perfect, Samantha. So she said Dunkin' Donuts, ask for chicken salad, no bun. It's perfect. And then don't forget to drink your water. So you will probably have to make a few extra bathroom stops. You can tell your husband it's my fault. He can commiserate with Patrick because I'm not going to lie, I have to potty on the road. But you want to focus on the protein, the fiber, and the water. My 3rd tip is to prepare and pack. So if you can, it's always great to pack some of your own snacks for traveling. Now, I'm going to share a gas station guide in a minute. We talked about what to get on the road at restaurants, but I always do try to prepare some of my own and pack some things with me to go. So it helps to remember the PFW. So focus on the protein, fiber, and water. And then this isn't going to leave you at the mercy of the 7-Eleven or if you're flying at the airport food stand. A few of my favorite travel snacks are things like almonds or some unsalted nuts, maybe an apple and some almond butter. I always pack a few protein bars, some celery and almond butter. I'll pack like a little cooler with some Greek yogurt, some hard-boiled eggs. Make sure you eat those first. Speaking from experience, they will stink up your car. But anything, you know, that you can think of that's going to be focusing on protein, fiber, and pack plenty of water. So you do not want to get dehydrated while you're sitting in the car all day. And then the fourth tip is to use the gas station guide. And so this is for times when you don't have any packed snacks. So you didn't pack snacks, or you're all out of packed snacks. You run out of what you need. Don't be afraid to try the gas station. Okay, so some gas stations actually offer fresh fruit. Like I said, I went to one, I forget where we were going, our last big road trip. Oh, the boys were in my cousin's wedding. And so we were doing the drive, and it's like 11 or 12 hours, which is kind of long. So we were stopped, and I walked in, there's this big display of fresh fruit at a gas station. I'm like, wow. So sometimes they will have that. They'll have some fresh fruit or some nuts or even hard-boiled eggs. But if you're limited to something that's processed and packaged, here's a really simple way to know how it ranks. So get out a piece of paper or take some notes on your phone real quick if you need to. First, you find the total carbohydrate grams on the label. Okay, so look at the label, find the total carbohydrate grams. And then you subtract any fiber grams. And then you subtract any protein grams. And then the number that you're left with, it should be low. For fat loss, the lower, the better. Okay, negative numbers are best. So that's my gas station guide, and I will literally stand in an aisle holding up like 2 different bags of whatever, trail mix or nuts or energy bars or protein bars or whatever. I'll flip them over so I have the nutrition label, and I'll like do the math, and then I pick the one that's lower. Negative is best, okay? Yeah, pistachios are great. That's a great question. So I share the gas station thing because I just want to be real with you, like sometimes you got to do what you got to do, and traveling doesn't have to be the death of your diet. Enjoy the holidays, and just remember, fat loss happens anywhere, and this is a lifestyle. So don't be discouraged, or don't use travel as a time to fall off the wagon. Instead, use this time to figure out how to make the fat loss lifestyle work for you, even during the hustle and the bustle of the season, okay? So you are armed with the tools that you need to eat healthy anywhere, even while you're traveling. And I'm serious, if you're on the road, get out your phone, go into the Beyond Fit Life members group and type, I'm on the road, where should I stop to eat? Or like, we're heading to, Chick-fil-A, what should I order? Or we're heading to Bojangles, whatever, what should I get? And sisters, this is what I love about the Facebook group. Like, as soon as you post something, within minutes, somebody from the group, from all over the world, somebody's gonna see your post and is gonna help you out. Like, that is the sisterhood. And it's so awesome. I absolutely love it. So if you get stuck anywhere over the holidays, don't panic. Type SOS, post in the group. We'll help you out, and we'll give you some tips, okay? Okay, so Elizabeth said, when we travel, I try to focus on the 2 Ps. And so those of you who aren't familiar with that, if you're new to Beyond Fit, those are the protein and produce. Focus on the 2 Ps, okay? And I drink a ton of water, but without fail, I always end up tanking on my energy. It makes it hard to help with the driving when we travel. I usually end up caving because I get so tired, and I will drink a soda. Okay, so if you need some coffee to keep you up, if you need an energy drink, that's okay. I would go with one of those before I went with a really sugary soda. But actually, it's really important to focus on the preventative eating. So I know you're focusing on the 2 Ps and drinking a ton of water, and that is great. If you're noticing that that's not quite enough to get you through, I would try some BCAAs, and I would try them like a couple of hours before you're going to drive. So give your body time to get that, to use those for energy, and you should notice a big difference. I know I've been talking a lot about the BCAAs, and I didn't plan to do that, but they are amazing. They balance hunger, they balance energy, and they balance cravings. So try that, and let me know how that goes. I think that should help you. If you need some complex carbs too, focus on something that has a lot of fiber in it, and that will help as well. So let's see. Yeah, Alexis said, I never leave home without my protein powder. Yeah, did you guys know when we went to Disney World this past fall, I packed my protein powder in like a tub, a Rubbermaid tub, because I didn't want to bring the whole big giant tub, and I got stopped by security, and they like checked it out or whatever, and it passed, so I got to take it with me, which is good because I would have probably been like, no, that's expensive, don't keep my protein. Are BCAAs okay in hot water? They would be fine in hot water from like a standpoint of it's not going to mess up with the amino acid profile. I don't know that I would like the taste of it. The BCAAs that I use are flavored. So if you like them like that, absolutely. It's not going to denature them in any way. So you can absolutely do that. If you do try it, let me know with the flavored ones. I'd be curious. I've never really thought of that. Okay, so what's the one thing Santa got right? Can you guys guess? Everybody just take a guess. So we were hounding on Santa, all the things he did wrong. He eats too many milk and cookies. He doesn't get enough sleep. He's not eating his protein. He's drinking all the milk, but not drinking his water. What's the one thing that he does right? Anybody guess? You can see it on the screen. Yes. Okay, so Santa, he may be making lots of mistakes this holiday season, but there is one thing that he does have going for him, okay? And that is this. At least he's lifting that heavy bag of presents. He's lifting the heavy bag of presents. So that's right. When it comes to fat loss, lifting heavy weight is very, very important. So I'm going to finish up with the workouts that we're going to be focusing on now through Christmas. Our goal is abs by Christmas, and we are marching quickly to that goal. I'm so proud of everyone. You guys are doing such a great job. But I want to explain just a little bit about why these workouts are so effective and why, especially through the holidays, I love them so, so very much. So fat loss results without spending hours at the gym. It's like the perfect combination for the holidays because you're getting results. You're not gaining the usual 5 to 10 pounds on average that Americans gain during the holiday season. Isn't that crazy? So you're not doing that. And you don't have to waste hours at the gym. You can transform your body and create lasting change in just 30 minutes or less, okay? So the key, the secret is high intensity, short duration workouts. You want to get more for less out of your workouts, and you want to focus on workouts that are not just burning calories during the workout, but are burning calories after the workout's over. Yes, Alexis. Okay, so my shoulders. Yeah, my shoulders have been on fire. Alexis said holy arms in week 4. Do you guys like week 4? So Monday was our first week 4 workout. And I'm like, wow, I don't know about this. Wow, it's good. It's good. It's working. So short duration, high intensity workouts are best because they work, quite frankly, and they're efficient. I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story about myself. There was a time in my life where I was spending hours at the gym each week, but I just couldn't seem to get any results. I was on the elliptical. I was flipping through the latest Oxygen magazine because, I mean, let's face it, cardio for an hour is like super boring, right? And I needed some kind of distraction. So I'd like read a magazine or I'd watch a show. All of this exercise, my body was just not changing. It just wasn't, I wasn't getting results, and I couldn't figure out why. I couldn't figure out what was going on. And I was wondering, like, what's up? Why am I spending hours and hours on this and nothing's changing? And the reason was because my workouts weren't efficient. I was performing long duration, moderate intensity workouts that, while they did burn some calories during the time I was spending exercising, they were doing little to improve my metabolic potential And that's where the difference comes in. That's what it means to do fitness better. We're not just burning calories during our workout, we're improving our metabolic potential. So we're burning calories even while we're resting. So if you want results, you have to be smart with the workouts that you're choosing. Yes, time spent on the elliptical, it's absolutely better than just sitting on the couch, but it's still not the best thing that you could be doing to reach your goals. So when fat loss is the goal, you want to look for things that are going to give you the biggest metabolic bang for your buck. And that's why I created ultimately Beyond Fit Life, because it works that way. It gives you more results for less time. And I'm going to share the science behind real quickly why they work so well, and the 3 exercises that you kind of will see in our schedules for the Abs by Christmas challenge, okay? So the 3 workouts that are the best for burning more fat in less time are our signature Beyond Fit Life hybrid weight training circuits, which we're like holy arms right now, right? But holy abs and holy glutes, and it gets the whole body. Short duration, high intensity sprint workouts, which are also killer and only take 10 minutes, which I love. And then the Metcon, or the metabolic conditioning workouts, which you can substitute with the sprints. And then we do some Metcons throughout our Abs by Christmas workouts as well. So the reason why these all, I got ahead of myself. The reasons why these all work so well. The first is Epoch. Sylvia, you love the sprints. Yeah, sister, I do too. But you know what? It wasn't always that way. It took me a while to learn to love them. But I love the results that they give now, and I love they're so quick. So the first reason that Beyond Fit workouts are superior for fat loss is Epoch. And in the world of exercise physiology, Epoch, or excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, it refers to the higher metabolic rate that is enjoyed by an intelligent exerciser. So that's what we're getting long after the workout's over. Research actually shows that results from this hormonal afterburn, which is generated when exercisers are working at or near 100% of their VO2 max. And you can tell you're at your VO2 max like when you're breathless. That can last 24 to 48 hours beyond the actual workout. So our bodies are burning fat and burning calories 24 to 48 hours after our Beyond Fit workout. How awesome is that? So I finished my workout on Monday, and all day yesterday, I was still burning fat and calories from that workout. In addition, studies show that these results can be seen in bouts of effort as short as 1 to 5 minutes. So, it doesn't have to be this hour at the gym. It doesn't have to be, an hour and a half of running. Our 10-minute sprints are all you need with our Beyond Fit Life weight training. It just works perfectly together. So rather than being linked to duration, the amount of Epoch that you experience is actually directly linked to the intensity of your workout, okay? So shorter duration workouts allow you to increase the intensity so that you're able to take full advantage of this Epoch and its hormonal afterburn. So it's just burning fat after your workout's over. The second is time efficiency. And let's face it, ladies, we are busy women. And especially through the holidays, and in today's world, time is precious. So if something can be accomplished in less time, if you get the same results or even better results in less time, like who wouldn't go for that? So numerous studies demonstrate that despite their overall training time being less, exercisers who perform short duration, high intensity workouts like our Beyond Fit Life workouts, for minimal time periods still achieve more in terms of body fat, weight loss, and fitness related goals than endurance exercises. Okay, so you're burning more calories, you're burning more fat, and you're burning it all in less time. And so as an added benefit, it's easier to stick to our workouts too, don't you think, when they take less time? I know for me, like especially since having the boys, I don't think I could get away to do an hour workout. Like, I'm lucky to get 30 minutes. So I really appreciate knowing the science behind this and being able to put together workouts that get me the same results, but take less time. So short duration, high intensity workouts, they do wonder for your adherence and your results. And then the last thing is improved body composition. And this is where all of those photos you've been seeing on the Beyond Fit Life members Facebook group of everybody's progress, this is what we're talking about. Body composition. It refers to the ratio of fat versus muscle on your body, and it's a key player in determining your metabolic potential. So if you want to boost your metabolism, improving your body composition is key. So in addition to increasing your metabolism through Epoch and the short duration, high intensity Beyond Fit workouts, you're also going to increase your metabolism simply through the maintenance of lean muscle mass or improved body composition, okay? So the more muscle that you have, the more calories that you're going to burn, and the more likely that those calories are going to come from fat. So likewise, less muscle means less fat burned during exercise and less fat burned after. So long duration, moderate intensity exercise like jogging, biking, running, the elliptical, it may burn some fat, but it also is going to burn muscle along with it. And when you burn muscle, you're ultimately slowing your metabolism, which who wants to do that, right? And you're stalling your results. So yuck. Short duration, high intensity workouts, they strip fat, but have hormonal benefits that preserve your muscle, which is the win-win. And it seriously turns your body into a lean, mean, fat-burning machine. So it is awesome, especially through the holidays. It's awesome to see women, countless women all over the country who are no longer chained to their long duration, moderate intensity workout sessions, hours and hours at the gym, not getting results. There is a better way, okay? Ultimately, you're burning less calories and you're burning less fat and you're burning more time when you're wasting hours at the gym. Instead, come on over, learn how to do fitness better, and you'll get more results in less time, which is the way to go. Short duration, high intensity workouts are superior forms of exercise for fat burning, plain and simple. If you want more results in less time, you've got to keep your workouts short, and that's like 30 minutes or less. That's following the Beyond Fit workouts. But intense workouts, you've got to keep them intense. So you've got to do heavy weights, and you've got to really be pushing yourself. And if you do, you're not only going to increase your metabolic potential, but you'll preserve lean muscle mass, you'll reap all of the fat burning benefits of the Epoch, and you'll be on the fast track to lasting body change, all for less time. And for the holidays, that is especially important. So Samantha, let's see, she said, if someone answered my Metcon question, please respond. Oh, are the sprints Metcons, or am I missing something? Okay, so we have two options for sprints or Metcons. They're two different things. Sprints are the running sprints, or if you want to do those like on the elliptical, that's fine. Metcons are metabolic conditioning exercises. And if you're someplace that's like really snowy, you can't get outside to do sprints, or you don't want to do them on the treadmill or that sort of thing, you can replace your sprints with Metcons. You're using the same 10-minute workout structure, but instead of running sprints, you're going to choose some of our metabolic conditioning, our Metcon exercises, to replace the running with. So does that answer your question? I know we had that question in the Facebook group too. So that is the difference between the two, and they both work. They're both really great for fat burning, so you can do whatever works better for you with your holiday schedule. So I wanted to bring this up, and I know my screen share looks like for some of you it may not be working. I'm not sure what's going on there, but I was going to show you our members portal tonight if I could, and I saved some time for questions. So if you have questions, let me know. I have the screen share up showing you the members portal. Can you guys see that? I'm not sure what's going on. Well, anyway, so in the members portal, there are tons and tons of resources for you to get you through the next few weeks. Our goal is Abs by Christmas, as I said, so I'm sorry that that's not coming up. But when you log in to your members portal, you're going to click on My Library, and you can scroll through the Beyond Fit Life Club, which has a ton. Or if you want quick access to just the week workouts, you can click on Abs by Christmas, and all of those workouts are there for you. I'm so sorry that the screen share isn't coming up. I'll try one more time. Does anybody have any questions? Is there anything that I can do for you before I head out? I'm going to tuck my boys in and give them a good night kiss. But I love our chats together. I'm so excited for the next few weeks because, like I said, you know, on average, Americans gain 5 to 10 pounds throughout the holiday season. So it's really cool for us to be different and to not be gaining all of that extra weight. Abs by Christmas only, no, so Abs by Christmas is a separate program, and that'll show up under your library. You won't have the Beyond Fit Life Club. That's the monthly membership. If you just signed up for the Abs by Christmas, just the Abs by Christmas program, everything you need is there. You have all your workouts, you have all the recipes, the nutrition guide, the info on hormones and the ways to balance those metabolic hormones. All of that is in. I have it up on the screen. I wish you could see it. I wish you could see it. But it's all there for you to download. We have a sample meal plan, all the recipes to click as well. So all of that's going to be right under the Abs by Christmas program for anybody who just did the one-time Abs by Christmas. If you are the monthly member, you'll have the Abs by Christmas as well as your regular membership. So Jasmine, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that it was an hour. Oh, and this is your finals week. So Jasmine is spending an hour with us during finals. That is true love. Good luck on your finals this week, Jasmine. Thank you, Elizabeth, for being here. Happy to spend this time with you guys. I really do look forward to it every month. It's fun to just connect with you. Same to you, Sylvia. You're such an encouragement to all of our sisters, and we love you so much. Okay, so I'm going to go if you guys don't have any other questions, but if you do come up with a question, feel free to post in the members group, and I'll get in there tomorrow morning. Jackson and Warren will actually both be at preschool for a couple hours in the morning, so I'll have time to get back in the office and to answer all those questions for you then. Okay, I love you guys. I hope you have a great night. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.